Welcome back, folks, to iCaliber. I'm your guide, Matt, and we are playing Dragon Age RPG. And I don't know what the name of this new module is called, so why don't you tell us about it, Jared?
This adventure is called A Bann Too Many. It's included in the Dragon Age Game Master's Kit, and is intended as a follow-up to the adventure we just did.
Huzzah!
The brochure said there'd only be a few buttons.
We're joined by Mike and Steve and other Matt. Unfortunately, Feral is not here tonight, so Kenneth is going to be off doing the dance for people.
It's much more charitable than what I was going to say.
That's why you're not the host.
Yeah, it kind of rhymed with sowing oats.
I don't get it.
I don't think you want to get it.
I'm incapable of understanding this.
If you get it, put a comment on the video.
So
More
that
importantly,
we can flag you, and YouTube can do something about you.
More importantly, put a comment in saying that you don't get it either. That's the important part.
And that you're 12.
We don't want to encourage this behavior.
If they're 12, they shouldn't be watching these videos. They're for mature audiences.
Yeah, I put a disclaimer at the front of every one. It's very clear.
You're right. That'll discourage everybody.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to click away.
Well, by now they will be clicking away, yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're done.
Alright, so... basically, we're picking up with you guys are still in Ventiver. You guys have been there for, I don't know, at least a week or two. Because some of you were getting new equipment made.
I have really shiny armor. It hasn't gotten blood on it or anything.
No, there's no dings in it. Nothing.
I ain't got shit.
I actually look a little disgruntled about that because, unworn armor is a disgrace to my Quinari beliefs.
I'm polishing my sword and cursing because the polishing rag keeps cutting itself to ribbons
It
on the
actually
edge.
doesn't need to be polished.
Oh.
Or sharpened.
He just really likes stroking swords.
He's just going through the motions, and it's not doing
Pretty
anything.
much.
Basically, yeah, you guys are sitting around, kinda, chilling, relaxing from the traumatic experiences. Hopefully helping out here and there as people try to repair their damaged livelihoods caused by the Revengers.
The Revengers of Vengeance.
Arresta might even be able to do some smithing.
Or maybe I spent those 2 weeks stealing from everybody. Rheland
Not very
has
successfully.
found his sword.
Gee,
Not
that's
especially
weird. I had just put
successfully,
it down.
Best thief ever.
Anyway, you guys are you're sitting in the ale house in Ventiver. Because honestly,
It's on fire.
you don't really have much else to do. No, this current map is for not right now. It's so unprofessional, Mike.
Don't break our immersion.
Anyway, so you guys are in the ale house in Ventiver, and you overhear some guy. So there's two sketchy-looking guys talking, as sketchy-looking guys in alehouses often do, especially in a fantasy setting. And they mention something about the Ruswald Valley, and how the Bann there is looking to hire freelancers because they have something about bandits.
Amik is immediately intrigued because he has the singing voice of an angel. Get it? The band. The band.
Oh, yeah.
I don't get it.
So Amik is reduced to level 1. And XP penalty.
I thought that's what the P stood for in XP. Experience penalty.
Yeah, but apparently the Bann of the Roswald Valley is looking for freelancers, sell swords, adventurer types.
That sounds like us.
Well, I am interminably bored of helping these small town folk fix up their city, or rather town, so
And I've hated myself a little bit more each day we've stayed here.
I think
No,
we're all
I
burning
think-
to get out.
No, I think we should stay here.
I concur. Let's not go anywhere.
Alright, adventure over.
Alright, good night, folks.
Now we roll up Necronica.
If only we had one more person to be the tiebreaker here. Thanks,
only-
Carol.
says,
If,
Yeah, I think
If
we
only-
should totally go.
if
Damn
only
it.
elves were people.
Oh,
Well, shall we
Oh, wait, I'm
Immediately-
I'm a changed man.
should we immediately pack up and head for the hills on the word of some guy in a tavern?
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, let's go then.
Hell, we followed up sketchier clues.
Hey,
we
Matt.
had a mysterious benefactor tell us to go here and look for ways to help. I think this is actually
I
a
sh-
step up.
I sure didn't know him.
Yes, Aresta?
I found this staff.
I think
Wow.
you stole that from yourself.
That sure looks like a piece of firewood. But the real
Good
staff
roleplay.
was behind your ear the whole time!
I
Shit,
thought the
he's
real
magic.
staff was in his heart. The
The
real
worst
staff
mage ever.
was friendship. No, you don't.
I sure do.
Well. Alright, let's get going. Enough
He's
magic
convinced.
tricks.
It's an illusion, Aresta.
Oh my god. You sure it's not a trick?
Well, you're not paying me. Let's get out of here. I think
Let's
we're
leave
going
before
stir
the situation
crazy.
gets worse.
So
Yeah.
the people of Vintiver are, they're. I mean, you've been around for a while, so they're probably not too broken up about you all leaving.
Like they were starting to drop hints.
But they do give you some food and stuff for the journey, and let you know where the Roswald Valley is.
It's between the
like-
Rosewald
like-
Hills.
Like Vintiver, it also borders a Brazilian forest. It's not incredibly far away.
Who's up for cutting through the forest? Good enthusiasm, team. Let's go.
Well, I'm up for doing it and not dying.
Yeah, last
Yes,
time we
this,
cut through a forest, I'm pretty sure I one-shot a giant spider.
There's indeed no downside to this plan.
Yeah, let's get going. Let's go
Well, you guys are
have
at
some
least going
adventures.
partially through the Brazilian forest anyway.
Great. I'm glad this map wasn't completely useless.
So you guys travel for a few days. It's pretty straightforward, kind of traveling. Nothing that would really ever give you experience points.
I'm pushing them as
Um,
hard as I can, but no XP is popping out.
None at all. You've out-leveled them.
Damn.
Oh dear.
Man, what a beautiful day to be traveling. All of these days.
I'm
Yeah,
alive.
it takes a few days.
Nothing like the horrible intermittent rainstorms we're having here in BC.
You eventually you arrive in the Roswald,
Don't worry, I'm sure summer will come one day.
but there's no way you guys are going to reach the nearest village before nightfall.
Is that a challenge?
No, you're not going to do it.
Sounds like
Okay.
a job for tents.
You've been marching, you've been walking all day. Amek is really tired.
He's so old.
Not really used to all this. Walking.
It's got to be at least 30.
That is ancient.
He's anime 400 in anime years.
I guess we have to use anime logic because they.
So yeah, so you guys, you find a nice little out of the way place to set up a campsite. Put up your tents.
He wants to bunk with me tonight, guys.
I guess by default, Kenneth does.
Yeah, sounds right.
That's the plan.
She's gonna wake up with a beard.
Are we talking, a beard as in the kind of hair that grows on your face, or a beard as in,
I don't know.
a fake husband who's also
once you
got
guys
a
got your
beard?
camp set up, what are you doing?
Jared just heard this right along.
Just trying to get things moving.
Amek is purposefully sitting a little further away from the campfire. No reason. Just, I'm already plenty warm here, thanks, folks. I'm fine.
Rheland throws his tent and just assumes that that Niram will take first watch without even asking.
He probably would.
That's the good thing about the Qn. They're dependable.
Amek practices summoning a light wisp for fun, because he can.
Can he?
Sure.
No, he can't.
He exhausts all his. He exhausts all his.
You took the focus. You don't have the talent yet.
That's why I'm practicing. Duh.
Oh, I see.
Got one over on the GM.
I guess. All right, that's fair.
I'm trying to roleplay here.
The light wisp sort of fizzles a bit.
Damn. Well, who's taking first watch then?
Me.
Yeah, Niram by default.
I'm gonna turn in then. These old bones are dog tired.
So
Wink.
it's about dusk when Amek decides to turn in. Ooh, sun's going down.
It's been a long day.
So I need perception tests, seeing or hearing. If any of you have those particular focuses.
I do have eyes and ears.
But you're not focused on them.
I'm an Aes Sedai.
I'll never pretend to understand
Wouldn't
how
you need
that's
to have
pronounced.
breasts?
Have
No,
you looked down recently?
Yes.
He's from the Age of Legends. You didn't need boobs to be one of them back then.
These guys are about as stealthy as I am.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're not especially stealthy. So anyway, you guys clearly hear the sounds of three individuals tromping through the underbrush. They sound armored.
Ho there, fellow travelers, Amek calls, straightening from his tent.
I'm not nearly so friendly, and I draw my sword.
Hey, look, he's got another tent as well.
Rheland plays a happy medium and does not say anything to greet. Does not draw his sword, but his hand is just kind of on it in case.
Giggity.
Yes. You never know, now you need to whip it out.
They just, want them to know that we know that we know that they know that we know.
Hey
That's too
there,
convoluted.
strangers, says the leader. The fellow who happens to be in the front.
Well, what brings you to this neck of the woods?
Should I be asking the question of you? We're from around here. You lot obviously aren't.
What would make you say that?
You've got one of them giants with you.
Well, I mean,
that blonde Ponce there is an Orlesian if I ever saw one.
I'll admit I'm uncommonly tall, but giant is hardly necessary.
No. He means our pack mule.
Oh, Muley. That's his name.
One-eyed muley.
Did we gain a Duradantha here?
Very funny, dwarf.
I am Orlesian, and I expect you to thank me for my presence.
Damn.
He spits at your feet.
Then they all died of laughter.
Oh, his sword comes out.
Oh man, his honor has been impunged.
Oh man, this escalated fast. It really got out of
Okay.
hand.
Well, no. He just has it out like near him now. He's not charging for them or anything.
Let's not get hasty here. I'm sure we can work out any misunderstandings that we may have between us.
No, it's too late for that. I'm pretty sure by drawing his sword, he just committed to an honor duel.
Funny you should mention that.
Oh boy.
The leader of the three smirks as soon as Rheland draws his sword.
Smirker, eh?
Well, Orlesian, what's your honor worth then?
I'd say all three of your heads.
This doesn't have to happen like this.
Yes, it does. Just go with it.
Of course, an Orlesian dog would go right for killing. What's the matter? No skill?
Why don't we settle this over a friendly game of chess?
Amek, shut up. Fine then. If you would prefer some other venue, I'll be pleased to humiliate you in any way you desire. Yeah, I know.
First blood then. Or are you frightened?
I've heard. I expected more barbarous affairs from the. What the hell do you guys call yourselves? Oh yes, Fereldans. Fine. First blood.
Alright.
So is this actually like a duel?
He's just challenged Rheland to a duel. The first blood.
I will respect this twisted custom instead of just
The other armsmen seem quite amused by this turn of events. Who's likely to actually notice this? Amek and I guess Oresta. Can you roll me empathy checks? Which would be cunning, I believe.
Empathy under cunning? Okay.
Let me double check.
Too late.
No, it's not cunning. I'm dumb. Oh no, it's perception. I'm sorry.
I just
The rest
blew
of
my
it.
one good roll for the night.
I know,
Yeah.
he got cunning points.
Ah,
Oh.
so close to being a linguist.
It's alright. I just blew my only doubles for the night.
Well, I
blew
mean, you can
yourself.
both sort of. It's not really a hard check. You can both sort of tell that these guys are. It seems more like they're upset about something, and you guys are strangers, so they're blowing off steam. Because nobody around here is going to care.
Okay, Arresta's gonna lean over to Amek and suggest that Amek blows off one of their heads.
I appreciate your suggestion, Aresta.
It's a good one.
Amek will completely ignore this suggestion.
You really
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Is Amek Ferelden?
Maybe. Sure.
All right.
He
Um,
looks.
is
He
it
looks.
Ferelden?
He looks Ferelden.
You want to roll a? Okay, can you roll me a cunning cultural lore check?
I can roll you a cunning check.
Wow, more doubles.
Interesting
You know
roll.
that Fereldans actually take the concept of an honor duel very, like, they hold it a lot more highly than like an Orlesian would or a lot of other places.
So it's a big deal to them if they have an honor duel and lose.
Yeah,
or win.
like a duel for Fereldans is actually like something held closely to. Like the fact that he's going for the duel and not just trying to jump you guys.
It's
Means his
significant.
intentions aren't super hostile. They're just mad. It's like, you're mad. You kick at something because you're pissed off. Is basically what's happening.
Well, Amek is going to try and speak to. Braun is the leader, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And he's got his sword out and he's advancing on Rheland. Rheland, please roll initiative.
I'm going to try and speak to Roth while this is going on.
Since I don't know anything
Okay.
about these duels, I'm going to keep a close eye on the other two. Just to make sure that they don't interfere.
Yes, for all he knows, duel in Ferelden means gang up on the other guy and kill him.
Yeah. Totally possible.
That's what it means in Orlace.
Amek is going to
Rheland, initiative.
gently ask Roth if they've been having trouble with the boss recently.
Okay. That's not going to be an easy check.
It never is.
No, I mean, it's really not going to be an easy check. He's pissed off. So that's going to be... That's communication.
Okay.
Investigation would be the specialization.
Well, communication it is. Jeepers.
He tells you to do a physically improbable thing. Of a sexual
Do it.
nature.
Do it. Then he'll tell you more.
Amek politely declines.
Anyway, Rheland, you get to go first. Now, I should tell you that there is a special stunt for this fight. The stunt costs 4 SP. It is called First Blood. The character draws blood in a humiliating fashion, but without dealing any actual damage. If either of you do that, then you win the duel.
Okay.
Or any attack that does at least 5 points of damage without, like after armor would also count.
Okay.
So really it's going to be like whichever one of you hits the other one first.
Alright then, here we go.
To the pain.
Well, you hit him. So Rheland swings his enormous two-handed sword. Which is probably not overcompensating for anything. Yeah, alright. So, it's a really short duel. Rheland slashes at Braun with the Silverite two-handed sword. Braun tries to block his shield, but ends up getting cut, like right along the ribs. His blood spattering against the ground.
Getting cut on the ribs is especially humiliating for a Ferelden.
Apparently.
Rheland
I
is
think I see his nipple. Hey, look. I
You
think
see
his
it on
nipple.
the tape. Yeah. Rheland spins his sword and sheathes it cleanly.
Show off.
Braun stumbles and holds onto his side and is like, "You win, or Legion."
I just kind of turn up my nose and look disdainfully at him.
Are your boys done waving your dicks around at each other yet? Can we talk like adults?
What do you want, mage?
Just a conversation. What's your problem?
They don't really seem that interested in talking to you. They start to turn and walk away. Well, Braun is mostly stumbling a bit.
Well, we showed them.
Amek rolls his eyes. Children. Probably only 25.
I'm a dwarf. I'm like 308.
No, you're really not.
These aren't Tolkien
307.
dwarves.
That's not how it works.
Well, something strange is going on in the area. Otherwise, those boys wouldn't be throwing temper tantrums all over the place. But I don't think it's something we can figure out tonight. I could be wrong. Maybe I am.
They'll be back in greater numbers.
They might be,
Crap, there's
but
sand
they
people.
do leave. You hear some more muttered insults about, or legions, elves, Qunari, dwarves, and mages.
Rheland frowns at your Legion insults, but laughs at the other ones.
What a douche.
Amek's too old for this shit.
But otherwise, the knights, once after they leave, it doesn't seem like much of anything else is happening. The sun goes down. For a change, the sun going down does not immediately result in you being attacked by horrible creatures out of the night.
Huzzah!
So who's taking for watch?
Nero, yeah.
Alright. Well, fortunately the night is uneventful. Oresta has his night terrors.
Damn it.
Rheland has his sleep apnea. Which is actually just Kenneth holding a pillow down over his face.
He like wakes
Then
up.
leans
she's,
in
"Damn
close. 6.
Oresta's dreaming of a strange man in a mirrored helmet.
He
Terrible.
was once a man.
Once a man.
So after you strike your camp in the morning, you guys head down along the main road, which winds towards the valley floor. As you travel, solitary trees join into copses that become more and more dense the further east you go. So you're heading back toward the Brazilian forest proper. It's still morning when you hear horses approaching, perhaps a half dozen, most likely coming up the trail towards you. You don't yet see the riders. What do you want to do?
Hide?
Yeah, that'd be my impulse too.
Okay.
Definitely gonna get off the road. I mean,
Yeah.
those
At
could
least
be
we
Yeah,
walk
I mean,
to the
there are
side of the
trees
road,
you
yeah.
guys can hide about.
Rheland. I mean, highwaymen.
Also scuttle off the road.
So okay, roll me stealth.
Isn't that what
checks.
we are?
Stealth is dexterity, right?
Yep.
I am one with the force.
I think I do a sick kickflip off the road into the forest.
And the
That
guy
wouldn't be
who
very
actually has
stealthy
the
at all.
folks.
God damn it.
That'd be like the opposite of stealth.
Nice job, Rogue.
Okay. Well, the horsemen pull up. They're all men in armor. The armor is different than the ones those guys last night were wearing. It's nicer.
Hmm.
And one of them calls out, "Well met there, Sir Dwarf." Because the rest didn't hide very well.
Don't say anything.
Oh, hello. Don't
Is there something
mind
wrong with your
me.
voice?
I'm a dwarf.
I've never heard it sounded like that. You must be from far off.
Not really.
Oh, dear.
Well, nice meeting you.
Hold on there. What have you been? What exactly? What is your business here in the Roswold?
Oh, I didn't understand your accent. Just let me get my walking staff here.
Yeah, they're extremely confused because dwarves don't talk like that.
It's all part of his plan.
This is my etiquette.
I bet he knows the proper etiquette for dealing with these people.
So, he's just grabbed his staff. His hair is lifting.
Right. So, dwarf, is there a problem?
No, no problem.
Okay, Rheland totally fails to not burst out in laughter.
Damn.
Okay. So they hear you starting to laugh. And of course the men turn and start to half draw weapons.
Oh, jeez.
You there, who's hiding? Come out. In the name of the Bann.
Oh, well.
I have to ask at this point, are their hands red?
Their hands are not red.
Damn it.
Wrong band.
Alright, continue.
Amik,
No D, just Bann.
Bann?
Bann.
Bann.
The local
Okay.
lord.
Alright. Oh, yeah, okay. Like Ban Tegan. Okay.
Okay.
Amik comes out of the tree where he was
I
hiding.
get so many angry comments on this video. Don't you
All
guys know
from
your
you?
lore?
Rheland steps out, still kind of half-assedly laughing.
Sorry, gentlemen. We were worried about highwaymen. We ran into some unpleasant folks last night. We're just simple travelers. Is there something we can help you with?
Okay, that's technically a lie.
Of course it's a lie.
What? I'm not gonna make you roll for that, though. So lying. It's well that you're worried about highwaymen. Sir Mage, is it?
Oh yes, from the circle.
Interesting company you keep, sir. No
Well,
Templar.
My Templar he's around. He's definitely in this immediate area.
Okay, that's a communications deception check, please.
I know.
Damn.
Nailed it.
Wow.
Alright, they buy it. I'm not even gonna bother rolling. Their untrained communication 0 check.
You never know.
Oh. Alright then. But yes, you're wise to be worried about highwaymen. The Rosewold has been beset by a gang of bandits lately.
How
Ben
the band
Hall has actually been looking to hire capable swords.
Well, I don't personally have a
That's the
sword,
problem.
but some of these gentlemen do. Maybe we can help you out.
Well, perhaps you can. We'll just we'll escort you to the Bann. He says in a tone that is clearly not completely just an invitation.
How nice of you to escort us.
We're flattered but spoken for.
Let's accept this honor guard on our way to meet the Bann.
Oh. Really? Oh, okay.
We're totally being press ganged here.
You do us great honor to offer to escort us. Significant looks.
I go along.
Arresta lowers his staff. His hair falls back upon his shoulders, looking magnificent.
Shame if anything ever happened to that hair.
It would one day, maybe.
So yeah, as you guys travel, the soldiers are cordial, willing to make conversation on the way there. Do you ask them about anything?
Absolutely.
The GM said any lead action.
I would love to get information about the current local situation.
Well, I tell you that that Bann Trumhall was actually is actually only recently elected to the position.
Ah,
When people felt that the old Bann Creole was not he wasn't doing quite enough to protect the people of the local freeholds.
they weren't fans of his cooking either.
No.
Creole.
No.
I get it.
Yeah, Valder Creole was the old Bann. He still has his banner in the area, but he's shut himself off from everyone else. No one's really spoken to him since the election. Since the freeholders decided that they were better off with Trumhall, even though he's not. He's actually really new to the area.
Really? Is he... So he's not a local boy. Interesting.
No, he's some younger son of some noble family.
Is that so?
They seem to think that the election of Trumhall was good for the area. That he's actually been trying to do something about the bandits.
Aresta, do you have any questions you want to ask, or anyone else?
No.
I'm good.
I think our mumble is breaking up a bit. I don't know if anyone else hears that.
Yeah. So,
A little popping.
Anyway, sorry about that out of character comment, viewers.
Immersion broken.
our immersion is totally ruined.
Yeah, I'm done. Jeez. Thanks.
So they don't know anything about the bandit leader? Or is there a bandit leader, or are they just roving gangs?
There's a leader. They call him the Gore Hand.
The Gore Hand. Well, that's
Yep.
that's quite an evocative name.
Waldrick the Gore Hand.
Walbert the Gore Hand. Is that a nickname, or is that his surname, the Gore Hand?
The guard you ask looks at you like you're an idiot.
I snort derisively.
Emmett
Roland
takes
looks
this
at him
in
like
stride.
Snicket, too.
That god knows how to hold it.
Emmett plays it off as a bad joke.
No one's really sure why Orestes are talking like that.
He's such a cunning linguist.
Anything else we need to know? How much support does the new Bann have, like, from the people of the area? Are they generally in favor of him?
Oh, of course. He's done so much to help, try and curtail the bandit attacks. I mean, Creole, well, he was very set in his ways.
So he's a progressive young Bann. Well, looking forward to meeting him.
What's
For
Creel's
you, that's
situation?
exactly where they're taking you.
Does he have a
What's
wife?
Creel's situation now?
He's been basically he lives in the Trum Hall, he lives in his manor. He locked it up to keep Trum Hall from taking it, and has not done much to help anybody since. People have scarcely seen hide nor hair of him.
Yeah, it's become a shut-in.
Well then, let us go meet Trouble.
Okay. So you guys, yeah, they lead you towards Trumhall's encampment. It's a well-chosen site, as those of you with some combat experience can tell.
I certainly cannot.
It's obvious enough that you can, even with that roll, you're like, oh, good.
This is a terrible place to make a stand.
It's a hillock overlooking broad fields on every side, and it's right by the river, so there's easy access to fresh water. On one side of the hill, there's rocky ground, providing stone for permanent buildings, and it also makes for a defendable approach. So basically, they can see everything. They have water right there. However, everything it's clearly they've barely started. You know, there's a couple of completed wooden buildings. Most of it's tents. If you actually make me try again with that cunning military lore, actually anybody who wants to make a cunning check, can go ahead.
Slightly better.
Wow, you have that.
Yeah, I got that last time.
Well, Amek, you notice that the completed structures look like barracks. There doesn't seem to be anything that looks like, hey, this is the band's place. Instead, there's just a large tent.
So it's just soldiers here at this encampment.
Yeah, they lead you into the encampment. They lead you directly to the tent, which seems to actually be where Trumhall is living. It's a campaign tent. It's well made and been partitioned into two separate areas, containing plenty of sturdy wooden furniture. As you guys are heading through the camp, you see, there's a wooden pen for cows and goats and chickens. Lots of people hard at work, trying to, building new structures. Looks like they're going to be starting a palisade at some point, hauling stuff around.
Are these?
And there's guard soldiers around acting as guards.
So the people working are civilians then, common folk.
Yep.
Okay.
Freeman.
Yes, Freeman. That's the word I wanted.
This is some heavy fortification for fighting bandits, apparently.
Well, there's no palisade or anything yet. It looks like this is where he's going to be setting up his he might be setting up his capital.
Needs more sheep.
As you guys are crossing the field, as you guys are crossing the field towards the actual encampment, one of the soldiers turns towards you guys and says, "Is there anything you'd like to do before we bring you to Bann Trumhall?"
Well, I guess I could always freshen up, do my hair.
Yeah, they'll give you an opportunity to clean up. They would let you have your horses taken care of if you had any.
If we hadn't eaten them on the road.